This is Anthony. Today we're going to be trying out some cakes from Taiwan, 3 different types. Just going to get my impressions of them. I haven't had all of them, so we'll see how it goes and what I like and what I don't.
安东尼今天要尝试3种不同的台湾的饼。那我们今天有买到3种，第一种是
Raisin Sesame Soft Flour Cake,
沙其马
the Sun Cake, and we have the pineapple cake, which actually I've had pineapple cakes, but not this brand before, so this is actually one of my favorites.
安东尼曾经有吃过凤梨酥，然后他很喜欢凤梨酥，但他没有吃过这个牌子的凤梨酥啊。
And one thing that I found about Taiwanese sweets are that they're less sweet than American sweets. So usually they're toned down, so they're more subtle sweetness rather than super like aching your tooth kind of sweet.
安东尼他知道亚洲的台湾的甜点都比较不甜，比较没有像那个西方的甜点这么甜。But do you like this kind of a sweetness?
Yeah, I like the subtleness of it. Sometimes you want something that's super sweet, but other times you just want something that's kind of lightly sweet. You have it with tea or a coffee, and it's really nice. But yeah.
安东尼觉得他蛮喜欢这种，不是台湾人说微甜，就是可以配茶，可以配饮料吃的一种甜。Okay.
And so this one is the one I'm going to try first. It's like I said, the raisin sesame soft flour cake. So you can actually see inside. There's the raisins and the sesame seeds, and then this is the soft flour. But I always think it's like rice cake kind of consistency because it's very poofy.
对，安东尼每次都叫沙琪玛叫做那个 rice cake 米糕。But why rice cake? Because it looks like.
Because when I was a kid, we would buy these rice cakes that were puffed rice, and they're actually circular, but they also were very puffy, but they were crunchy. And these are more chewy than crunchy.
安东尼讲的是那个爆米香的那个米的饼，就是他小时候有吃过那种爆米香的那个，因为美国也有在吃爆米香的这个饼，然后所以他每次看到这个沙琪玛就想到那个 rice cake 米饼。
Yeah, and so I'm looking at this, and it's definitely a Taiwanese dessert, and it is from Taoyuan City.
桃园市知道的。
And it has a lot of calories.
热量还蛮高的。
Lots of sugar.
很多糖。
But I don't know. I like it. I think they're individually wrapped, which is nice, so they don't get like stale. And also,
他觉得一个一个包得很好。
And also, I like the texture of these because they're chewy.
因为那个安东尼说 chewy， 因为他觉得很好，很有嚼劲的感觉。
Yeah, so they have a nice bite to them. And so, yeah, so I've had the brown sugar ones before, which I like. And those actually are my favorite of these types of cakes, but we can hardly ever find them because they're always out.
The brown sugar?
Yeah.
Yes, 因为你知道美国现在很流行黑糖珍珠奶茶，所以有关黑糖的所有甜点都卖光，所以我们只能买到芝麻葡萄，要不然安东尼喜欢吃黑糖。
Yeah.
沙琪。
And my impression is this packaging is actually really tough compared to American packaging. It's very thick.
安东尼觉得这个包装非常的坚韧，感觉好像可以，就是非常的耐用。然后比起美国的包装，这个包装非常的踏实。
Well, which is good because I think this is going to be. It's not going to get stale because this packaging is really tough.
因为他觉得不错，因为至少感觉非常的扎实，好像不会漏气，所以不会 stale， 不会变软。对。
Okay, so let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and open it, and I can taste one of these for you, and I'll tell you what I think. And here's an individual little cake. And you can kind of see that it's wrapped in the cellophane, which is individually, and it's really easy actually to open. And then you can see, actually, it reminds me of a Rice Krispie treat because the way it's cut, you can kind of see the ends and they're like cut through. And that's the way the Rice Krispie treats are when we make them here in the United States.
他觉得这真的是蛮像他小时候吃的那个爆米花的那个饼。
And so I'm gonna actually just kind of tear it apart. So it's not like super sticky, but it's a little sticky to my touch. So I can kind of feel like this sugar on the end.
他觉得虽然是黏黏的，但是没有特别的黏。
It's not too dry, and I can feel there's a coating of caramely sugar on the outside.
他觉得好像外面有裹上这种焦糖的甜甜的糖上。
And of course, there's the raisins and the sesame seeds. You can barely see the sesame seeds, but they're really tiny. But I'll go ahead and try it. It's similar to a brown sugar, but it's not as sweet. It's lighter.
他觉得这吃起来是有点像黑糖，但是比较清淡一点。
It's almost like eating like a chewy breakfast cereal.
他觉得吃起来很像那个美国的早餐谷片，
But not as sweet as American breakfast
但
cereals.
是不像美国的早餐谷片这么甜。
But I like it because almost like a hint of honey to it. Like the light flavor of the sweetness is almost like a honey flavor.
他觉得吃起来有一种蜂蜜的味道 ，honey。
And definitely you can taste the sesame seeds. There's like a toasty kind of nutty flavor.
有一点那个白芝麻的味道，有一点淡淡的烘焙过的白芝麻的味
There's
道
a。piece with a raisin, so that one. Yeah, the raisin adds more of a fruitiness.
他觉得葡萄干加了一点水果的味道。
I definitely like it because it doesn't get stuck to your teeth, but it's sweet enough and it's pleasant, not overwhelming, and all the flavors are kind of subtle. So you have to, if you pay attention, you can see the different flavor
他
profiles.
觉得我忘了你刚讲什么了他觉得这个不会太黏，很好。然后 ，and then what do you say？
There's different flavor profiles.
他觉得有不同的层次在这个里面。
So I like that one. It's it would be really good with like a nice green tea or even like an herbal tea.
他觉得跟茶在一起很好吃，但是你根本都没有跟茶一起吃过啊 ！Never had this with tea.
Oh, you've never had it with tea?
Well, you never had it.
I've had brown sugar with tea, but not this one.
So specific. 因为我刚刚说，我从来没有看你吃过配这个吃过，喝过配这个吃茶，喝茶。然后呢，他就说他没有，但是他以前有用黑糖的沙琪玛搭配过茶。
Yeah, because I think if you had coffee, the coffee would overpower it.
其实我觉得跟咖啡应该不搭吧。
Because the coffee flavor is stronger, right?
他觉得咖啡跟他 ，You think it will work with coffee?
It will, but the coffee might overwhelm your
他
palate.
觉得咖啡应该会抢过这个沙琪玛的味道。我也觉得，因为配咖啡很奇怪，应该是要配茶。
But yeah, I definitely recommend these to anybody who wants something light and lightly sweet and a little chewy with like a caramely kind of flavor.
那你可以说沙琪玛吗？沙琪玛，
Shajima? Is that what you said?
沙琪玛，
Shajima?
沙
Sha?
琪
Chi?
玛，
Ma?
沙琪玛。
Shachima. Okay, I'm messing that up. Okay. So let me just say this. I love dessert. Like that's one of my favorite things. And I like actually making desserts. So I make like cakes and brownies and other sweets and cookies and things like that. So I like both the really sweet desserts and the subtle desserts.
很甜也很淡的。
And this is a subtle dessert.
他觉得这是淡的，比较淡淡的甜的。
So what I would tell my friends is if you want something lightly sweet that's nice and satisfying, if you're not like looking for like a really super chocolatey dessert, and you want something lighter, this is what you'd probably
如
want
果
to
呢
get.
你不是要那种追求非常甜的，像是巧克力那样非常甜的这种甜点的话，这个是一个很好的选择。
Yeah, so I'd say this is kind of like a lightly sweetened custard kind of flavor, like not the flavor, but the level of sweetness.
Custard.
Yeah, like a vanilla custard. Like
Vanilla
it's
custard.
not super sweet, right?
Yeah.
So it's more of a subtle flavor. Whereas if you had, say, a chocolate brownie, that's like intense. So you don't.
所以
This is not a chocolate brownie. This is more like.
custard cakes belong to the subtle category.
Yeah, because they're lighter. They're usually like fluffier, and they have less sugar.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'd give this probably like for myself, like a 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10.
7分，他觉得这个10分里有7分。
But like when I have brown sugar ones, they're more like a 9.
但是如果他有吃到黑糖口味的话，他会给他9分。
Yeah. So yes, definitely
为什么
recommend
你会
this.
喜欢黑糖 ？Why do you like the brown sugar one so much more?
It's a deeper kind of caramely, like burnt caramel kind of flavor.
I know 你喜欢那个淡淡的那种焦糖的味道。
Almost like when you have creme brulee and on the top you have the burnt sugar. That's the way the brown sugar kind of is for me anyway.
Creme brulee 就是那个焗烤奶酪上面那个脆脆的那个上面的味道。哦，他觉得那个沙琪
Yeah,
那
the
个
caramel.
brown sugar 就是黑糖口味的那个沙琪玛，有一点像是吃那个焦糖蛋糕上面那个脆脆焦糖。
Yeah. So I mean I love caramel, so that's one of my things.
所以 I know 你很喜欢焦糖，所以
So yeah, definitely try these. Yes, I like.
看一下里面是什么
Ooh, yeah, look at that. That is so nice. Okay.